You know, if you're thinking about winning the election, you know, and so now that's all going to come down to 7 or 8 states. And I would like to remind everybody, because we all know that Trump ran the table, all of those kinds of states. And now you can't ever forget, these are the states that are going to determine who's going to be the next administration. And now a lot of the things, the extremism that people turned their back in 24, and that's how we kind of came up short. I mean, you know, I campaigned for thousands and thousands of miles across Pennsylvania for Vice President Harris. And it was going to be incredibly difficult. You could just feel the energy there. And people really have connected there at a very fundamental level. And that's what I tried to explain to my party. And I'm trying to explain to the party right now. It's like, this is why we lost. And this is where we need to be to continue to win for these things. And there are parts of extreme things emerging clearly on those things. And that's why I refuse to follow that, even if that is going to cost me support in parts of the base.
Do you think Harris could have gotten a deal with Hamas?
I think I was the only Democrat early on to give President Trump credit for the peace deal. Why wouldn't you?
Do you think Harris could have gotten it?
Well, again, I don't know. But where I'm at right now, it's like, ask any of the hostages or their families. So I think that was really a remarkable development.
Do you think Harris could have got him out?
No.
I think it's a silly question. Wait. That's why they're clapping. Okay. They're clapping because they...
Security, right here.
I think the most important point is just realizing who did it, not hypothetically or anything. I'm saying it's like, here's what happened. And there are actual members of my party that have refused to even acknowledge that this was significant. Well, you know, also it's what Israel was able to accomplish. You know, they had to neutralize Hamas, Hezbollah, Houthis, and Iran. And also another thing, the Iranian nuclear facilities. Can you imagine if they didn't, Iran could be acquiring a nuclear bomb, you know, who knows, within the next year?
Let me say this. Out of respect to Kamala Harris, let me tell you why she deserves an explanation as to why I don't think she could have gotten it done. It was extreme capitulation to the progressive left, who were finding reasons to side with, you know, I don't want to say siding with Hamas, but it just seemed like whatever they wanted, the left that wasn't far left was leaning more left. That's the only reason I'm saying that. Having said that, I'd like to get back to the person that asked the question, and I'd like to remind them that's part of the problem, respectfully, when you're calling them pinheads and going through all of this other stuff.
But he did it in a fun